White sports supporters. Well, we got the Unrivaled 101 basketball ratings, the 101 tournament basketball ratings in. And, wow, there's a real significant piece to these ratings that I think should raise a lot of eyebrows. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, all right? It was my understanding, the memo that I got, or the lecture that I got, from the legacy sports media and Angel Reese herself.
Fans expected a reaction, but no one saw this meltdown coming. What caused it? Why is she so upset? And most importantly, what does this mean for the league's future? Angel Reese just received a reality check in the Unrivaled League, and it's not pretty. The numbers are in, and let's just say someone isn't as important as they thought. Hold on tight, because this story is going to take an unexpected turn.
We might have thought, maybe, that going into next year, some of the Me Too-ism within the WNBA we wouldn't have to deal with. Oh my God, those ratings for that Indiana Fever game are so good. Well, what about Me Too? Oh my God, the WNBA, nobody's been watching in the last 25 years, but we're watching now because of that one player. Well, what about Me Too?
To put it simply, Unrivaled hosted its first ever 1-versus-1 tournament. And guess what? The audience exploded to previously unheard of heights. But here's the real deal. Angel Reese, the alleged biggest star in women's basketball, wasn't even there. That's right, the one time she actually chooses not to attend. The fans pour in like it's a Beyoncé concert, and if irony had a Hall of Fame, this moment would be immortalized.
It's because of Me Too. Now, keep in mind, the lowest rated Unrivaled game I believe I've seen this year, in fact, I think it might be the lowest too. For sure, the lowest one was an Angel Reese Rose BC game. All right, it didn't even break. I believe it was 74,000 viewers or something in that neighborhood. Now, we're talking about a putrid rating here, right?
Let's speak about the figures now because, boy, they don't lie. Unrivaled's inaugural 1-versus-1 showdown was already creating a stir, but without Angel Reese, it went completely crazy and set a new record. It turns out that fans wanted to see real hoopers getting buckets, not someone missing layups and pouting about it. Peak engagement fans are buzzing about everything she claims she brings to the game, but she wasn't even there, and let's be honest, Reese probably thought the event would fail without her.
Y'all told us that Angel Reese was a big reason why the ratings in the WNBA were where they were at, and it was mainly her. It wasn't really Caitlin Clark. My question is this: well, what's up in Unrivaled? Because every game that she's played in, she's had the lowest ratings. Every game she's played in has had the lowest ratings.
Oh, but don't worry. I can already hear her excuses from a great distance. It wasn't the right time for me, and I have more important things to think about. No, Angel, the true reason is obvious. You knew that entering that one-on-one tournament meant being exposed. There were no teammates to save you, no referees to intervene. Just you and another hooper prepared to make the highlight reel.
You look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it. Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok. He's put together a shitload of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest.
Angel Reese special edition layups. Let's get it. Bang!
Fun fact, she shot 17% in the paint outside of the restricted area this year.
17, bro? Are we serious?
Additionally, players like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu would have made this event electrifying by draining shots, cooking defenders, and putting on a show. However, Angel Reese would have likely spent half the time complaining and the other half bricking shots. One-on-one is where true hoopers shine, where skill talks and hype walks. It's quite amazing how this validates our collective thoughts. The funniest part is that, despite skipping it, you can see that she was watching to refresh those viewership numbers on Twitter, realizing that, for once, people actually enjoyed women's basketball without her drama. Angel Reese isn't the draw. She believes that her fans tuned in because they wanted to see elite basketball, not someone mean-mugging after a layup like she just solved the world's hunger.
One name that has the class on their back, there's Caitlin Clark, right? She's carrying Angel Reese and Cameron Brink like this. And then all the other rookies are just stacked on top of those two. That's how it is. I'm not even sure if carrying is the right analogy. It's Caitlin Clark, and she's dragging Angel Reese and Cameron Brink like, come on, girls. Come on. I'm looking out for you guys. We're going to get this together. Make sure we're going to do this.
The truth is that people want competition, not forced plots or tough talk, and they want to see players compete with genuine skill rather than just yelling for attention. And guess what? That's exactly what they got at an event that was unmatched. And without Angel Reese there to take the oxygen out of the room, the numbers showed that it was a huge success. It's that simple. Angel Reese not playing is the best thing that's ever happened to women's basketball. Perhaps she should start missing more games. Only saying.
And not exporting the game overseas.
Yeah, obviously I've never been overseas and I don't ever plan on going overseas. And just talking to some of the other players, like they were like, I'd rather be here than be overseas. Like, this is a breath of fresh air, and like, who doesn't want to be Unrivaled? I think at a point it's going to be very hard to get in here. It's going to be hard to get in here, and luckily I was being able to be a part of the inaugural season and being able to get through everything. They've done a great job in year one already, but I mean, years down, it's going to be amazing.
I understand that perhaps Angel didn't want to embarrass herself. Perhaps she didn't want to be exposed in a one-on-one situation. Or perhaps she simply didn't want all that smoke. But now that the spotlight has moved on, and guess who's shining? She passed away exactly like defenders did when they were protecting her when she was wide open from three. While Angel is somewhere in a group chat saying, "You guys are still talking about me?" Nisa is out there making people forget Angel even exists. She's getting the views and the headlines.
Lisa Collier, she won the inaugural 1v1 Unrivaled event, and she was speaking afterwards. She said, it just depends if the guys are willing to put their name on the line like that or not. Them dudes ain't doing it. They egos is way too big. You imagine 1v1, you getting cooked 12-0, and you lose, they ain't gonna do.
This got hurt, guys. The same individuals who previously couldn't stop talking about Angel are no longer there because everyone has spoken and they aren't watching this one-on-one event. Reese Angel for the so-called league face, who is laughing with me. This is hilarious. Angel had the opportunity to speak up and make a statement, but instead she chose to let the moment pass her by. Now Nisa owns the moment, the views, and the headlines. Angel is also learning a hard lesson about this game, and that's how you grab the moment and get the world to watch. Asia Wilson defeated Caitlin Clark, Bonna Stewart, and Nafisa. The moment Caitlin Clark's name is attached to anything, it becomes a spectacle. Let's be honest, people would pay to watch her warm up. Imagine the excitement before each matchup, with fans debating whether anyone could even keep up with her off-the-dribble pull-up or her endless range. Kia 4 and Lista Thomas at if there had been a one-on-one tournament featuring Caitlin Clark, you can be sure that the stadiums would have been packed, tickets would have sold out in seconds, and the resale prices would have looked like front-row seats at a Beyoncé concert. While Caitlin is out there breaking attendance records and revolutionizing women's college basketball, let's take a look at Angel Reese. Her three-pointers and her killer confidence make it seem like Stephen Curry had a long-lost basketball daughter who inherited his deep ball G and combined it with a ton of I'm going to embarrass you energy. According to ESPN's most recent rankings, Caitlin Clark is comfortably seated at number 2, while Angel Reese is all the way down at number 12. Hold on, that's not just a drop, that's a free fall off a cliff without a parachute.
Caitlin Clark, she isn't playing in this first season of the league, but she has said she's open to playing. What is it going to take to get a Caitlin Clark to play next season?
I think everything we're doing, for Caitlin, like, I feel like it's just been such a whirlwind, like, coming from college and all that came with that to, being in her first WNBA rookie season. Like, it's just a lot to handle, and there's no break, especially for the rookies. They play for, like, 18 months straight or something crazy like that, just because going from both seasons. And so I know she really needed that little mental break from basketball for a little bit. But all we can do is show her what we have. And I think what we have here is really special. And of course, we're always going to have a spot for her. And hopefully we can make it work in the future.
Just a year ago, some people were acting as though she was going to be the face of women's basketball, but now she's staring up at Caitlin like a child at a candy store window. So close yet so far, because when Caitlin plays, it's not just about scoring, even though she does that better than anyone else. Angel fans, blink twice if you need help, okay? When Angel does well, the crowd shows up, but let's just say that they aren't exactly selling out thousands of tickets because the hype isn't the same. Arenas are packed, the internet is blazing, and highlight reels are playing non-stop. Caitlin possesses the kind of generational star power that makes me smile after giving you $40. Angel is reliable, but she doesn't force people to change their plans simply to watch her hoop. Let's now discuss her playstyle. Caitlin has that skill and is an offensive assassin who can shoot deep threes like she's playing in 2K rookie mode. Vision, dazzling passing, and the capacity to take control of a game at any time to defend enders are aware of what is coming but are unable to stop it. It's similar to watching a horror film when you know the antagonist always prevails.
So Asia Wilson 1, Caitlin Clark 2, Breonna Stewart 3, Nafisa Collier 4, and Alyssa Thomas at 5.
Conversely, Angel thrives on hustle plays and setbacks. She is undoubtedly a rebounding machine, but the difference between a Ferrari and a really nice minivan in terms of shot creation pH is like comparing two cars. One is made for speed and excitement, while the other is dependable but not particularly exciting. And let's not forget Caitlin's trash talk. She has that elite-level confidence that allows her to tell you mid-game that you can't defend her before dropping another 3 in your face, which is disrespectful in the best way possible. Perhaps the ranks shouldn't be shocking, but let's face it, we all know who is intimidating defender souls out here. Angel will flex after a bucket. At the time, Caitlin is the brand's name since she is drawing more attention to women's basketball than anyone else. ESPN is aware of it. The supporters are aware of it. The ticket costs are aware of it. The only ones who might be reluctant to acknowledge it at number 12, Angel Reese and her admirers are most likely pounding the air.
I really do. Let's do Angel Reese first. Seriously. So ESPN is under fire for Angel Reese's ranking. Now, I really thought this was going to be her stance. Being big mad that she did not make the top 10 last night, we chuckled and I said, well, wait a minute now. I was told Angel Reese was like one of the absolute best players in this league. Where is she? She's MIA, missing in action from this WNBA.
Unrivaled 3 vs 3 was supposed to be the next big thing. Fast-paced, high energy, all the stars in one place. But for some reason, it's failing harder than a soccer player trying to get a penalty. The ratings are embarrassing, the viewership is tragic, and some nights they can't even draw 150,000 viewers, which is why it's so bad. Then there's Angel Reese and her team, who are so hyped up that you would think they were going to take over the basketball world, but they've managed to draw some of the lowest viewership in the entire tournament. However, Angel is certain that she's changing the game, and she's out there telling everyone that people are coming to watch loads of them, even though the stands may be in a parallel universe where Unrivaled 3 vs 3 is a cultural phenomenon, but in reality, it's looking really quiet. Let's discuss those figures. You guys, 150,000 viewers.
When we get to Saturday, we start getting there. Saturday coverage, 98,000 on True TV alone. On True TV alone, but they must not have counted TNT. It wasn't on TNT. It was on True TV only. Okay? It was on True TV only. So no TNT numbers, no HBO Max numbers. Lunar Owls on True TV, 118,000. Missed Rose on True TV, 76,000.
Reality must eventually set in because, at the moment, the only thing that Unmatched 3v3 is changing is the channel as viewers rush to find something else to watch. However, hey, Angel Reese says that her fans are coming to see her, so let's circle back when the next game draws fewer viewers than a 2 a.m. infomercial. Then, look at whether Angel Reese was on the court. You'll quickly see the difference between one player lowering viewership and another single-handedly increasing it every time she enters the game.
So, let's all get a laugh together here, because this is the list. And you see the list, right? Well, I don't see, correct me if I'm wrong, do you see Angel Reese on this list?
Hats off to all of the competitors in the 1v1 Unrivaled tournament, and a special congratulations to Nafisa for winning the crown. You guys gave Unrivaled the boost it desperately needed, but let's face it, where would Angel have finished if she had played? Would she have even advanced past round 1? Now, if Caitlyn had stepped on that court, there wouldn't even have been a contest. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. There are now more videos visible.